The Misery Index is an American television comedy game show developed for TBS that premiered on October 22, 2019. The show, based on the card game, Shit Happens, is hosted by Jamila Jamil and stars the three members of the Tenderloins comedy troupe who also star in Truv's Impractical Jokers. Andy Breckman, who created and wrote the TV shows Monk and The Good Cop, created the card game, Shit Happens, for his company Uncle Andy Toys. He developed the TV version with Ben and Dan Newmark of Grandma's House Entertainment. The show features two competing teams, each composed of a non-celebrity contestant and two members of the Tenderloins, who will attempt to determine the ranking of hilarious and miserable real-life events, from getting fired to accidentally sexting your grandfather, on a scale of 1 to 100. Michael Bloom, a senior vice president for TBS, said about the show's premise, "Andy Breckman and the Newmarks have hilariously gamified embarrassment, humiliation, and total misery." Executive producers for the series are Breckman, the Newmark brothers of Grandma's House Entertainment, Howard Klein of 3 Arts Entertainment, and showrunner Rob Anderson. The series has run for 3 seasons so far. The first consisted of 10 half-hour episodes, while the second consisted of 20. In 2020, the series was renewed for a 3rd season which premiered on January 26, 2021. Gameplay. The main game consists of 3 rounds that involve rating and ranking miserable true stories. Ratings are on a numerical scale of 1 to 100, as determined by a panel of psychologists, and are based on the 3 pillars of misery: physical pain, emotional trauma, and long-term psychological impact. At the start of each episode, each contestant relates a story of her own whose rating is never revealed. Round 1. Misery Lane. 2 hypothetical situations are presented to the teams, and the contestant whose story has earned the higher misery index rating from the panel plays first. Each team must decide whether its contestant's story falls above, below, or between the 2 situations. A correct choice wins $500. Round 2. More or less miserable. The trailing contestant, or the one who did not start round 1 in case of a tie, plays first. Each team is shown 2 similar stories and must decide which one earned the higher index rating, earning $1,000 for a correct guess. Round 3. Master of Misery. 1 miserable story is presented to both teams, and the contestants separately and secretly lock in their guesses at its index rating. The one whose guess is closer to the actual rating wins $2,000 and advances to the bonus round with her teammates. An exact guess doubles the value to $4,000. However, if the 2 guesses are identical or equally distant from the actual rating, another story is played as a tiebreaker with the same $2,000 per $4,000 at stake. Bonus round. Margin of misery. The winning contestant is shown 3 miserable stories, one at a time, and must guess the index rating of each within a specified margin of error in order to win. Additional money as follows. First story, $5,000 value, within 30 points. Second story, $10,000 value, within 20 points. Third story, $15,000 value, within 10 points. The contestant guesses by moving a rangefinder on a sliding scale, attempting to cover the actual rating, and has 10 seconds to lock in a guess on each story. She may choose one Tenderloin teammate for assistance before the 3rd story is revealed. The other 3 tenderloins join the contestant on stage to provide moral support. The maximum potential winnings total is $35,500. Obtained by guessing correctly in each of the first 2 rounds. Winning $4,000 for an exact guess in the third. And successfully covering the actual index rating of all 3 stories in the bonus round. On December 23, 2020, the final episode of Season 2 was called a holiday special, where the third story of the bonus round yielded $25,000. The contestant that reached that round, Buddy, had played a perfect game and won all 3 bonus round stories, resulting in a grand total of $53,500. See also Misery Index. Economics. References. External links. The Misery Index at IMDb.